further. Let's get a little further down there and boom, what's going on? So welcome back. Before we get into anything, I want to say this first. You see my shirt? This is the first shirt. It's my slogan. I'm going, and on the back it says pro. I wore this shirt at my first competition in honor of my sister who was taken from us due to domestic violence, my grandmother, who is a breast cancer survivor and a very strong pillar in my life. So I just want to send out either condolences, praises, salutes to all of those friends, families that are going through that, have gone through that. As for the domestic violence side, don't stay in a relationship that is not beneficial or that is harming you, whether man or woman. On the cancer side, just know you have people that love you. Accept where you are, be positive, know that there is a better side to that, and just be very strong. All right. And don't think any less of yourself, nor should anybody else due to any of the circumstances that you're going through. So I just want to salute all those who have survived cancer, especially breast cancer, and let those know that if you are in a violent situation in a relationship, do your best to leave sought help. With that being said, I have done what I said I was going to do. The last time, if you go back and look at the last live, a bit fuzzy. We have worked that out. The picture should be a bit clearer. I went above and beyond, did some extra credit. Audio should be a bit crisper and put a little bit more funds into the network connection. So hopefully we don't have any of the issues that we had last time when things started dropping out. All right. So I just want to say that first off and going into that. Well, second off, because we salute breast cancer and domestic violence first. So with that being said, I'm hoping that this all runs smooth. I will be time to time checking over here on the laptop for anybody that may be in the chat. Of course, if as we grow, people will be. Majority of you all will see this live after, and it will post to the YouTube channel, and you will get the same value out of the content. With that being said, let's do some housekeeping. All right, like, subscribe, and share the channel. It just helps for us to get more people into the community so that we can have a plethora of ideas and mindsets and also motivation and encouragement amongst each other. Subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel. I'm not going to front. It helps me reach more people. Okay. Now, disclaimer time. Any information provided here is for educational purposes only. I am a certified personal trainer, but I am not your certified personal trainer. But if you'd like me to be your certified personal trainer or fitness nutrition specialist, I have already put my website in the link. You can click that and go to any of the plans, check those plans out, reach out to me through newsletter or via email if you have any questions on that, or better yet, hop right over in the chat, comment. I do check my comments daily or weekly, especially even on older videos. So I will do my best to get to you. So take the information. It's educational purposes. If you need training, I also have an app, fitness app. I have clients that are overseas and stateside. I can help you any of your goals that you're trying to reach. The super chat is available. Okay. So if you have a question and maybe I haven't noticed it, super chat is available. Great thing about super chat is when you initiate the super chat, it gives me an alert, turns all types of funky colors, brings my attention to it, and I can go ahead and answer your individual questions accordingly. With that also being said, please be respectful in the comment section to others and to myself, and you will get the same type of respect. If I see somebody being very disrespectful to the point where it is just obnoxious and not productive, I will block you. I hate to say that, but it's just true. I don't want a community of negativity, okay? I want positive energy inside of this because we're all trying to make progress. All right, so let's get into this. This episode is about people not having time to exercise. And as a trainer, when I do client evals, it is a very common thing that I hear. I don't have the time or I don't have the money. And more often than not, I have found both of those to be less true than true, okay? Because once I give you a journal or help you find to where you can exploit time to exercise, then you're like, whoa, I didn't know that. So that's what this episode is about, trying to explain and get across to some of the people who may say that. And maybe you have a friend or family member that's saying that. And hopefully the information that I'm going to provide you here today will help you encourage and promote them to make this change. So it is very important to understand, and this more so in the training realm, but this will also help you. And what I want you to do is I want you to take some paper or maybe put in the chat. I'm going to go through some stages of progressions of what I do as a trainer to decide where people are. So keep track and tell me what stage you're in, okay? Or tell me what stage a friend or a family member is in that you are currently trying to encourage to work out. So the first stage is the pre-contemplation stage, all right? Pre-contemplation stage. At this stage, the person is not looking to change. They have no intent to change. They have no motivation. They may be being encouraged from the outside, but as far as internally, they're not looking to change. Even if they know they're in a bad situation with their fitness and health, they still, for some reason, and yes, it is very mind-boggling to me, but I've worked with this several times. They have no desire to change. Very rarely do these people approach or sought out me or even you for assistance. Okay, so that's the pre-contemplation stage. And if you're in that stage, it's something that you definitely need to work on. I'm not going to front here. You definitely need to work on it. If you are in a stage, be honest. Put pre-contemplation in the chat. I'll get to it and try to see why you're there, and if we can get you out of there. But more than likely, somebody in pre-contemplation stage is not even on this channel because they most times they don't want to even see it. Okay, so that's the pre-contemplation stage. The next stage is the contemplation stage. Okay, now these are people or individuals that are thinking about being active in the near future or distant future, and they're considering it. They haven't yet made any action to act on these thoughts, but they are considering doing something about the situation that they are currently in. So they're aware that they need to be in a better situation. They are aware that they need to do better with their life and their health, but yet there's no action that has gone into that. Okay. So that is going to be contemplation. Then you have the preparation stage. Now, remember, keep track of these, write down which one you are, and then let's try to find out why you're there and see how we can get you up the ladder. Okay. Now we have preparation. This is a very, very interesting stage right here because these are people that are actually taking some action, although not really in any defined or place or a goal, but they thought about it and they're doing something. So typically what you'll see here is people say, you know what, I'm just going to start walking at lunch. Maybe I'll start walking at lunch or after dinner. Let's go for a 2 mile or 1 mile a walk. Or you know what, I'm going to do some push-ups. The very common exercises that we know of: sit-ups, push-ups, and walking. Very rarely do people have items in their house or equipment in their house to do pull-ups, but these people are doing that and they do want to change. And this stage is where you will typically have a crossover into the next stage, which is action. Okay, so now we've come from pre-contemplation, contemplation, and now preparation. Okay, now even in the preparation stage, you tend to have people that have very elaborate goals that may very well at times be unrealistic. Okay, it's still not a bad thing because they want to do something, but the goals are unrealistic. So when I meet people, our clients, potential clients that are in the preparation stage, it is my duty, it is my integrity to bring your goals to a realistic goal. Okay, because I do not want to set you up for failure. In the end, I have to be very aware that you will be affected more often than not before I am if I let you go on thinking that these goals are realistic. So I'm gonna help you structure realistic goals, real wins, and make real progress. And this is where people will cross over to the action stage. Okay. action stage are people that are already active. They have developed some type of schedule or routine, but not yet for 6 months. Okay, so we're talking about under 6 months, but they're on their way. So, okay, so action people are doing something, they're routinely trying to go somewhere, getting it in. And then you have maintenance. These people at this stage have maintained a course of action for 6 months or more. They're looking to get a bit more out of their routine, out of their nutrition to try to fine tune and really dial in. Okay. 6 months or more. So those are the stages. What stage are you in? Are you in pre contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, or maintenance? So find out which one of those you're in, write it down, email me, comment below, and then let's find out what we could do to assist you. Like I said, the link is in there. Okay, so some of the I don't know if you all know, but there's an icon that's on my YouTube channel, and you should see it down there, and that is FLF, and what that stands for is Family Life Fitness, and I do mean it in that order. More often than not, you will find people, especially if they have a family or even if they have a significant other, that those priorities are kind of high goals. Your family, your duty, your household, your life as far as your recreation and what you want to go do in your own off time. And then you try to fit fitness in. And where your priority and your commitment to fitness really determines on how often you stick to it and keep it a priority, but still in that order. So FLF stands for Family Life Fitness, and that is the icon that you see. That is, it's not that simple. I've had somebody say that looks, it's not that guaranteed. Okay, so let's cover some things. People say they don't have the time to exercise, and more often than not, what are they doing? Okay, so more often than not, these people that say they don't have the time to exercise are heavily utilizing their time in something else that is not very productive, although maybe relaxing to them. Completely understandable. There are a lot of people out there that work hard schedules, physically taxing jobs, and they just rather do nothing when they're off instead of something, although they know they should be doing something. And that brings us back to the contemplation stage. Okay. So, real life limitations are kids. Kids these days have umpteenth amount of activities that they could be involved in. No car, so therefore we are the chauffeur, we are the finance side, and we are the encouragement and the supporting side. I know that as a father, taking coaching my daughter's soccer team, coaching my son's football team, taking the girls to gymnastics, along with teammating with my wife. And that's an obstacle because then you go all day working, seeing clients, doing everything. Then you get done, get home, you got to get them ready, go to practices or coach practice, and then you get back and it's like 2100, and you're like, do I really want to work out? I find myself in that situation, and yes, I still do work out. There are times my day is not over till 2300 or so, and then I'm back up at 04, 05, sometimes 03. Okay, so those are real obstacles. Those are reasons. I'm not going to call them excuses because I don't want to be negative. Now, there are lesser situations that I will call excuses, like you're just watching TV, you spend upteen amount of hours on social media, you decide to go to the bar instead of maybe getting you a workout in. Those are going to be excuses when I tend to hear that. Okay, so we have to evaluate ourselves. All right, we have to look at some data or look at something that tells us, do I actually have the time, or am I really strapped for time? I would challenge all of you to look at your screen time on your phones. Okay, that keeps track of how often you're on the phone. Look at your analytics or your audience on your social medias, Instagram, Twitter. Look and see how often you're active on social media. Those are times where you're not really doing much. Okay, if you can add that time up and find even an hour in there, that's an hour that you could be doing something. All right. Look at your TV. Look at the shows you watch. And if you have a series, especially like a show that has multiple episodes, how many of those episodes are you watching back to back? How many of those episodes are you binging on? Each episode has to be a minimum of 20 to 30 minutes. So if you're watching 4 episodes, you're spending an hour, at least an hour and 20 minutes watching TV. I'm not saying don't watch, but you could have split that in half, did 20 minutes of exercise, watched 2 episodes, got ready for the next day. Okay. These are things that you need to do. So if you do and you say, you know what, I do need some help trying to figure out where I have time in my day, you can go ahead and contact me. Go to the website, the link's in the description, and I'll get you one of my journals. You can fill it out, and then we can see where are you, where can we find you time that you could utilize to help you with your fitness goals. Okay. Another thing is this: write down the time that you get off, or keep track of the time you get off to the time you go to bed. How much time is in between there, and what are you utilizing inside of that time? Okay. This is where you come into trying to make a block schedule and see where you actually have time slots. Some of the journals you can find have the day and they have the time throughout the entire day. And you could just write down, okay, from this time to the time I was at work, from this time after I got off work, I had 30 minutes, or I went here, there. And then you will be able to physically see, okay, I'm wasting a lot of time here. I have downtime that I thought wasn't there, but you just mentally didn't take it in because you were just in your own zone. You might find out you were sitting down on the couch for 30 minutes or an hour just going through and watching videos. Like my daughter all the time. She has the phone in her hand. I know she's on TikTok. On TikTok. Just swiping and watching videos. And I know adults do it too. So check your screen time on TikTok. See how much time you're spending there. I guarantee you it's more than 30 minutes. All right. So post workouts and leaning in additional personal responsibilities. If you are already working out, you need to know more, hit me up. But if you're not working out and you need to figure out what you need to do to change, definitely hit me up. But there's always something that you could do. Sometimes you just have to take action. So I would dare you that if you have a family or a friend that has been nipping at you, like, come work out with me, come walk with me, come do something with me, take them up on that offer just once. Take them up just once to start. Just if you haven't done it, just do it at least once. Go with them and do it. There are strength in numbers. You'd be more surprised how group classes that I have, clients are there to be among and around other people that are going to be encouraging up on this fitness journey, and that helps it motivate them and keep them going. So just go one time just to get into it. That is what we want. That's what we want for you. And so another thing is this: solutions. What times do you need to exercise? Okay, what time is best for you? How early do you get up? Some people love working out in the morning. Some people like working out in the afternoon. Some people have the time to work out in the evening. You have to find out what works best for you and what works best for your schedule. Most people are not going to get up at 6 a.m. I get up at 4:30 a.m., especially when I'm in prep to do some of my cardio. Most people don't want to do that. They're just not morning people. Some people have an hour for lunch. Well, 20 minutes out of that hour, you go for a walk. You can get a mile in 20 minutes. Trust that. And the next thing is best things to do to exercise in small time slots. Okay, because sometimes people don't know. They think there's a paradigm out here where people think you have to work out for 45 minutes to an hour to get a good workout in, and it is not true. That would be very heavily dependent upon what your goals are. If you're trying to reach a lot of hypertrophy, then of course we may need a little bit more time in there, especially if you're natural, to get that going. But if you're trying to lose weight by burning calories, you could do 20-minute exercises a day or 3 times a week, have a good nutritional intake, and lose weight. I have a series of videos here on Workout With Me that are 20 minutes to 10 minutes. You could pick one of those videos every day when you get home. Do it. It is timed. When it's over, and go do whatever else it is that you want to do. That way, you don't feel like you're going to work out with somebody and you have no idea what time they're going to finish working out. You don't want to bail on them. So now you're kind of demotivated because you don't want to bail on them. So then you don't even go work out with them. I've been there. I know people that do that. I understand that mental situation. So use the workout videos here on the channel. It's just you, me. It's timed. You start, you end. At least you've got something in for the day. Okay. We have to get you going on that. All right. So at the end of the day, I don't like to try to keep these things going and just beating you over the head. I provided you some information on stages of where people are, if they are not, or and if they are taking action, some things that you could do to try to find out the times that you have available within your daily schedule to exercise, and some exercises that you could do once you find out those times here on my channel. From now on, I'm going to get into the schedule of the live. From now on, we're going to be meeting once a month, and it's going to be on the last Sundays. And we're going to call that, if you're not first, you're last. And I don't want to come off negative saying, well, if I don't come in first and I haven't done nothing, that's not what I'm saying. I just want you to have the mental mind frame and thought to always push yourself to be the best version of you always, and you will always come in first. There's always bigger, better, faster, stronger. It's just the way it is. But your goals are what you're trying to reach, not their goals. All right. So we're going to call this, if you're not first, your last Sundays. The next time we go live until further notice, where we have more people. What's going on, brother? How you doing? I see you over there now. That's the what I'm saying. Why the super chat helps. Because I would have seen that a long time ago. I got a brother Dan in there. He's been a long time subscriber of the channel. Definitely appreciate him. And that's what we're going to do. That's going to be the name of this. I'm not sure I'm going to put in a thumbnail or not, but I'm going to be here. Don't forget that we are almost at 2,000 subscribers. When the channel hits 2,000, I will have another giveaway. I have done several giveaways. I will continue to do giveaways because that is another way for me to give back to the community that is giving to me by being a subscriber, commenting, sharing, liking, doing all of that. Okay. So once the channel reaches 2,000 subscribers, I will have a giveaway. It will most likely be posted here and on the Instagram channel. So it'd be behoove of you to follow me on Instagram and be a subscriber so you don't miss your opportunity there. All right. So I just want to thank you all for joining me. I want to thank you all for viewing this video even after the live has posted. I hope this time that everything has gone well. Last time we had some hiccups and you couldn't barely see me, but the content was still good. But this time I think we should have crisp picture, good audio, and no breakups in the transmission. All right. So you know what I always say, if you're a subscriber here and you see my videos, if not, you need to subscribe. Okay. Be safe. Let's build together, and peace.